Hi, this is Mark Converti, financial columnist for the Union and host of Money Matters on KVMR FM. Welcome to another edition of Investing Community, where we bring the amazing events, organizations, buildings, venues that are happening around the county, bring them to social media, bring them to you. And today I'm with the lovely Jenny Yala.
That's right, and we are at the Colfax Theater in, you guessed it, Colfax. This place opened up in '39, renovated in the '80s, and now it's under new ownership over the last year or so. They've done some renovations, and they're bringing in all kinds of venues, music, movies, seminars, all kinds of stuff.
Right, 44 South Main, right off the freeway here in Colfax. It's a music venue that I did not know was here, so it's really cool inside. They showed us around. We're going to go inside and interview Adam and Anna and see what it's all about. Ready to go?
Ready.
All right.
I'm here with Anna and Adam. Thank you for talking to us today. So this is an amazing, beautiful old theater. What motivated you to buy this place?
We were already looking for a venue and thinking outside the box, even industrial space, anything, and we found out that this was for sale and walked in, and it was immediate. Our response, fell in love with it. The acoustics in here are amazing, not just for live music, but children can stand on that stage and project all the way to the back wall without mics. We're thinking lectures, any kind of really artistic performance.
So what's been happening and what's going to be happening here?
So we've done a bunch of stuff already. We've had movies of all sorts. We've had black and white classics. We've had 80s, 90s movies. We want to, bring in matinees with movies. We've done live music. Fantastic bands have played in here already. Dance floor in front of me, right there. The acoustics in here are amazing, not just for the audience members, but for the bands. The bands have been raving about our space and the sound in here.
Adam, is there anything else that you want to tell our audience?
I feel like we're building speed right now. We're looking forward to diving into music. The sound, like we've already talked about, is fantastic. Live theater with youth theater, we want to do that as well. We want to provide a great place here for the community to use as a larger space. We've already done that a few times. And quality is what we are looking to do, is putting out quality music and entertainment, movies, and we are hoping people will come see us.
Yeah.
Anna, anything else?
We're family owned and operated. Our 2 teenage boys help us run this place. And when you support this venue, you're supporting the community and all of our efforts to support the community.
And you can even volunteer here.
We are looking for volunteers.
Right. Well, thank you guys so much for talking to us today. We wish you the best of luck, and this is an amazing facility and excellent theater, and I'm sure that once we get this ball rolling, all of our audience members come check it out. Thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks, Jen.
So at 49 South Main, the Colfax Theater, pretty cool place.
Yes, very cool. I cannot wait to tell my friends about it. We're going to book this place out, fill the seats, get some good music in here, check some good movies out.
Sure. And you know what I like about this venue? This was specifically designed for theater.
Yeah.
So the sound is amazing in here. It's got the old feel, but this was redone in 1989. So amazing venue, seats, just a great place. I'd kind of love to play in here.
You should.
I should, for sure. So we'll have booking information at the end of this video and a phone number. And again, they're looking for speakers, seminars, musicians, bands, audiences. Check out the website for all the great things that are coming here. And I think that about does it, right?
Yeah, they got Facebook and Instagram too. So check out the schedule and
go from there.
I can't wait to come to some shows over here.
There you go. So that does it for another edition of Investing in Community, where we bring the amazing events, organizations, politicians, and venues that are happening around the county, bring them to social media, bring them to you. If you'd like to send us an email, you can do so at news@moneymanagementradio.com. My name is Mark Cunaberti.
I'm Jen Ayala, and check that out. It went from music to movies.
All right. Ready for a strum?
Let's go. I'm going to play the drums.
Okay, ready, go.
No, listen.
Go, go,
Bye.
go.
Bye.
Bye. See you later, guys.
From the foothills of the Sierra Nevada, a new hero will emerge. One who is ready. One who makes sure their friends and family are set. And has the power to go at a moment's notice. This fire season, you're the hero. We are Ready Nevada County.
Ever wonder what causes those fires on the side of the freeway? It's stuff hanging from the back of your vehicle. Come on, guys. If you have a chain back there, be careful. It could start a spark, and that could cause a wildfire. So every time you're outside of your car on a road trip, getting gas, make sure there's nothing hanging back there. Because one less spark is one less wildfire.
Smokey Bear says, have a spark-safe day.
Try that a couple hundred years from now. He's 2 now. Oh, look, he's making it look easy too. You know what his name is? There you go. Spiders, are you afraid of them? Yeah. Okay, there you go. Thank you. All right, you have fun now. How about you? Are you afraid of spiders?
Good day, everybody. I'm Madeline Hilling, and I'm director of the Nevada County Narrow Gauge Railroad and Transportation Museum. Our goal is to preserve and make available the transportation history of our wonderful Nevada County. It has a fabulous history in every category, including ours. Now, we have, for one thing, engine number 5. Engine number 5, we went after in 1985 from Universal Studios, where it had been sold to when the railroad stopped. This engine ran from 1876 to 1942, and we have it here, and it's our movie star. It was in all kinds of movies. Now, as I mentioned, we're a transportation museum. We have the oldest car, steam car, in Nevada County and perhaps in California. It's a 1901 Jeffrey Kit car. In Nevada City, for those who love airplanes, was Lyman Gilmore, who said he flew before the Wrights. Now, we have a live film of Lyman Gilmore with one of his early planes, far earlier than the normal ones being built at that time. Those are major places to visit. Now, our docents are all volunteers. We're all volunteer, and they take you on tours. I want to mention our rail bus, which runs between Nevada City, the Railroad Museum, and the Northern Queen Motel. A lot of people remember that. That the hours are mostly in the summer, but check with us for special times. We are open only on weekends now for the winter schedule, 10 to 4, free admission, and as I say, and we have also a wonderful gift shop where you find things that you will not see in any other place. We're located at number 5 Kidder Court, which is actually off of New Mohawk and also Gold Flat. You can just find Gold Flat and you will find us.
This is a story of gumption, perseverance, and damn luck. It starts with this man.
Charles Lytton was Einstein brilliant.
He was a genius, made countless contributions to the high technology of his time, vacuum tubes. In 1953, he moved from a young Silicon Valley to Grass Valley, California.
I think that's what happens, right? A lot of us, we found a way to get to Nevada City, Grass Valley, or we found it for the first time, and we don't want to leave.
Soon after, he talked his friend Dr. Donald Hare into starting his engineering business in the same mountain town.
Doc Hare, Grass Valley, I believe came to Grass Valley almost as much for the area as everybody else, but he knew Lytton.
Doc Hare and a small cadre of incredibly talented engineers quickly made their mark on a new technology that was captivating the world: television.
Grass Valley knew how to do things with a transistor that previously took a tube.
What came next is decades of innovation, ultimately leading to dozens of spin-offs and related technology companies who themselves made countless world-changing contributions.
How they got to television is this circuitous path of technology that I don't think anyone would ever predict.
The fact that any of this happened at all is technically improbable.
Right now, there is a problem taking place all over the world that you probably aren't even aware of. Elephant riding is a glamorized activity in society today, but behind closed doors, it's not as pretty as it may initially appear to be. Here's why I believe elephant riding should be taken off your bucket list. Acquiring an elephant for riding is a brutal job. Baby elephants are ripped from their happy lives and loving families at an early age. Not only this, but the protective mothers are often murdered in the process as well. The elephants are then taken and put through a process called the crush. The elephants are tied up so they are completely unable to move, and then brutally beaten and tortured with tools specifically designed to inflict pain called bullhooks. In this process, the elephants can also endure being burned, starved, and forced to stay awake for days at a time. This is done so the elephants' spirits and hopes are completely crushed, so they oblige to all of their commands out of fear. This process is so brutal, almost half of the elephants don't survive. Not only is elephant riding harmful to the elephants put through it, but it's affecting the entire species of elephants as well. Currently, there are 6,500 elephants currently living in Thailand. Out of this, 2,500 of these elephants are poached for work. In the wild, an elephant's lifespan is 70 years, but in captivity, an elephant's lifespan is only 30 to 40 years. This shows how much elephant riding is affecting the extinction of elephants. So how can you help? If you or someone you know is planning on visiting a place in which elephant riding is popular, make sure to do your research and not support companies that are cruel to their elephants. You can also donate to elephant sanctuaries and rehabilitation centers such as David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, International Elephant Foundation, and World Land Trust.
I play baseball, basketball, and play football. Those are the three sports that I play, big time. When I first started vaping, I just turned 15 years old, so I've been doing it for about a year now. All my teammates do it. It's just pretty normal for everybody to do it.
People that I know that do it, they're like good students, like straight A's. It's a normal thing to do. I was 13 the first time I vaped.
People at my high school, they would vape on the bus just because it's like so easy to hide. It's just like a little like black pen. I could just vape at home, like my parents don't know at all.
When I'm riding my bike, like far distances, it makes me feel like I'm riding away. And the reason I vape is to basically get away and get my mind just off of things. I was 13 years old when I vaped for the first time. I started buying $5 vaporizers, and from there, I moved on to bigger ones.
Most of my friends that vape, they use nicotine. A lot of nicotine, actually. Like, because you can put as much nicotine into it as you want. Like, the concentrates can go way past just cigarettes.
There's too many flavors to count. There are endless amounts that you can get.
There's cotton candy, bubblegum, peppermint.
Some that taste like pancakes, coffee flavor.
I heard one was unicorn puke. It sounds like cartoon flavors or something.
It makes them seem a little bit more kid-friendly, so people are, like, okay with doing it.
Some of my friends, they're sponsored by vape companies. They just get sent stuff for free, because then they, like, make YouTube videos of all the tricks that they're doing, and they're like, oh, this is the juice I'm using, this is the mod I'm using.
A lot of people post them on their Snapchat stories or on Instagram of them vaping. They tend to be more popular.
I can look up vape and a whole bunch of videos will come up and I can see what kind of cool tricks they're doing, learn what the name is, and I can go look it up on YouTube about how to do it.
It's the whole culture. It's kind of a big deal for a lot of people that I know.
Sometimes I do feel pressured into vaping. With all this social media nowadays, it has a really big effect on what people just think about you.
If you don't vape, you're looked at as an outsider, so everybody does it.
I think people that you would never expect would definitely be vapers. It's becoming like more and more popular.
Vaping is considered cool in my group of friends. It might just be the fact that you're doing something you know you shouldn't be doing.
There's no worry that our parents are gonna find us vaping on social media. We've gotten really good at hiding it from our parents.
I know I'm underage, but it's just something that I do. I won't let it affect my future.
Hi there, I'm Katrina Schneider, and I'm a river scientist and river skills teacher, and I also love to play at the river. 12 years ago, started doing some camps that teach people what we call river literacy, how you can read the water so you can understand where it's awesome places to play, what the river's doing, but also you can find the really safe spots, and you can basically read the water. So I'd love to give for you all the main gist of what we cover in those camps. The areas that we'll cover here right now are to look, grip, and protect. The first concept of look. We are so blessed here at the Yuba. We have these incredible waters where you can see the bottom, you can see all around you. Incredible visibility, wonderful with a mask and snorkel. But it's super important when you're playing that you're actually looking for other things too. Wherever you are, whatever you're going to do, we all have different choices of what we do at the river. It's super important you scout first. So if you're tempted, you're one of those people who likes to jump off rocks, you should be in the water ahead of time with a mask and looking very carefully for any obstructions. If you're like me who loves to go under large boulders and these beautiful, beautiful large openings underneath full of fish, then you also want to always look and make sure that it's totally clear. This river is very dynamic, changes a lot. And last year we had very high flows on the river that move large rocks and other obstructions that can end up being in our favorite play spots. So the best way to look and make sure you can be safe in those spots is looking from downstream up first. That way the current can't pull you into anything, and you can make sure everything's in the clear. Point number 2, grip. Again, beautiful granite rocks here. We love to lay on them. They're so soft, they're so nurturing, they're really wonderful. Guess what? They're also, of course, slippery. So when hopping from rock to rock, it can be quite easy to slip and lose your footing. And you might come into a place that actually has a very large hazard or just simply hurt yourself. It's also when we're following a buddy, they've gone before us and the rock gets wet. So when we jump, it's not the same jump that they did. It's super important as you're at the river, if you can move along, use 3 points of contact. Move yourself along as quickly as you need, but it's incredible how much it serves us for our stability. Every year, someone falls and gets seriously either injured or dies simply from slipping on rock. And a third concept, protect. So our bodies, they're bizarrely shaped. I mean, look at all these things coming out. They're just set to get snagged into things. And some of the places we're playing or some of the places we might find ourselves have some rocks that have really small openings, and we can easily get what's called entrapped. Even at low flows, it's very easy to get trapped. It's really quite bizarre. So what's important for us, if you find yourself in a situation where you have large moving water or rocks underneath that can have entrapments, you can't see them, it's super important you protect yourself. And what I mean by that is if you end up either accidentally or intentionally in one of those spots, ball up, get those limbs in. Don't be shoving those into the rocks. Another very important part of protection is protect each other. Some people are pushing themselves to keep up with others and doing things that they're not quite in their body. Some people you might see are just doing things that are just plain silly, that can harm themselves or harm others. Super important you carry forward to protect each other while at the river. So great, thank you all so much for watching this video and loving and caring for the Yuba. And just remember these concepts next time you go down to the river. Just remember to look, grip, and protect, and enjoy yourself. Have a great time at the river and be safe.
Since even the first day I was here, I could see that there was a lot of opportunity to do almost anything you want to do here.
When I came here, I spoke to Ramona about doing a show, a music show, The Musicians. And so now I'm here every month hosting a show called The Musicians. Ramona's been incredible about making sure this place is equipped and you know, putting it into a position where it can be of top quality. And of course, there's the interns and the people who are coming to learn from themselves. I mean, there's just such enthusiasm, and as I say, you know, as being an older person, you know, you look down at people who are 50 years younger than you, who know so much more than you do about what you're doing. It's really helpful to you know, bring all these people together. It's nice to see.
I appreciate how far we've come. I mean, when this all started 2 years ago, there was nothing here, and then Ramona became the director, and suddenly we have a building, we have a green screen, we have equipment. It's been huge.
But the media center is the eyes of the community. There's a lot of shooting going on out into the community. A lot of it's live streamed. All of it's in the archives.
And right now, and we're still growing. We went from 0 to somewhere around 200 members. I think we're almost up to 300. 21 interns. We've acquired another room to the building, and we're going to get more. We're starting an academy, and that's going to be massive. It's a lot. A lot is happening.
One of the highlights of being here is meeting the people that come here. I've met older people. I've met children who are talented, energetic, and happy to be a part of it. And that's pretty special.